you losing your hair? Are you aware that you can restore it with hair that'll grow naturally for the rest of your life? Sound impossible? It isn't, and it's not a miracle. Medical science now makes it possible, and here's the story.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brett Hirsch, the founder and medical director of Advanced Hair Restoration. Men and women of all ages experience hair loss. It's a problem that affects millions of us. If you're concerned about your own hair loss, spend the next few minutes with us and learn how you can regain your youthful look and keep it for a lifetime. You'll be amazed to see the results of today's modern medical hair restoration techniques.
First impressions constantly affect our lives, and for many, personal appearance plays a key role. Perhaps you're concerned about your personal appearance because of hair loss. Have you recently been turned down for a job? Or did that last date turn out less than ideal? Hair loss can affect personal relationships and even create workplace problems. In business and social settings alike, your self-esteem is important. Today we know that hair loss, or androgenetic alopecia, as it's described medically, is hereditary. Cures for this human condition have been sought for centuries, but it's only recently that medical knowledge has made dramatic progress in hair restoration. Male pattern baldness is the most common hair loss phenomenon. Approximately 1/2 of men in the United States are affected by this problem. While fewer women experience hair loss, those that do often experience a higher level of emotional stress.
I think it is really difficult for a lot of women to express themselves, to express their embarrassment, their loss of self-esteem, and their concerns about losing hair. It's more acceptable on a man, but it's very, very difficult for a woman.
Male pattern baldness usually begins with a recession of the hairline and sometimes the crown or back of the scalp. Hair loss can begin at an early age and will progress over a lifetime. Although the final degree of baldness cannot be exactly predicted, the family history and the age of onset are important factors in predicting patterns of future hair loss. By the time most men notice that their hair is thinning, 50% of their hair may already be gone.
My testimony is a little unusual because not only am I a patient of hair restoration, but I've also started doing this and helping other people because I believe in it so much. It's just a great feeling to help other people regain their youthful look and their self-confidence. Well, I was 21 years old, and both sides of my family, the males were bald completely, and I knew I was going down the same road. So I was basically looking for an answer, and at that time, all they had was Rogaine, which is a topical solution. I stumbled across hair transplants, basically, and I knew that was the winning combination for me.
Why do humans experience hair loss? Common baldness is influenced by a combination of hormonal and genetic factors. Hereditary disposition makes certain follicles susceptible to the hormone dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. The affected follicle begins to shrink, producing a thinner, shorter hair, which may fall out and never regrow. Interestingly, DHT only affects the hair on the top of the head and not on the sides or back. But medical science has discovered that hair from the sides and back can be transplanted to the balding area, and it will grow naturally. Not only that, it is genetically predisposed not to fall out, even though it's been placed into the previously balding area. Hair is thus restored to its original look and texture by implanting normal-sized hair follicles in a natural direction. With today's medical technology, hair transplantation is a safe and proven procedure. Performed by doctors since the 1950s, it has evolved to be the best and most effective answer to hair loss. In the early years, transplants were performed using plugs. These were not only unnatural, they were also unsightly and obvious to friends, family, and loved ones. But today, circumstances have changed dramatically. Now the patient's own hair is transplanted, recreating the inherent natural look of their younger years.
There's something about being the one bald guy in a group of young people that makes you feel like you're sticking out like a sore thumb. And you want to be recognized for who you are, not for who you are, that bald guy.
Well, after undergoing the hair restoration process, I just felt like myself again. Because, you know, your entire life you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and this is the person you grew up recognizing. And when you lost your hair, you all of a sudden were not that same person. It was a hard time to identify with yourself. And once my hair got restored, I just felt like I was before I even lost my hair. It just changed me dramatically. You know, I just went back to being myself and not being insecure.
Hair transplantation is a permanent answer to hair loss. It looks natural and continues to grow naturally. It allows the patient to do anything from skiing to swimming to playing sports. It is never going to come off or slide or shift because it's your own hair. You look younger and feel better about your appearance.
I'm pulling on everything. It's mine. I can pull it. I can do whatever I want to it. Again, I would just stress to other women, if they're feeling low self-esteem, if they're feeling embarrassed because of hair loss, if they don't have anybody to discuss it with and they want to talk, they can feel free to call Dr. Hirsch's office. And there are people like myself that are available to share their experiences with other women, to put them at ease and to make them comfortable while they are even considering the procedure. So don't wait, just do it, and do it now.
For me as a pilot, I'm out in the public eye, and the kind of flying I do is with very influential and people that are in the spotlight all the time, a lot of entertainers, a lot of public figures. So, you know, they're always looking good, and you certainly want to be very presentable yourself.
I'm being seen for who I am, and at least the way I see myself, instead of, you know, being seen as that bald guy, you know. You know, now people are looking in my eyes and not at my hairline, and that's a tremendous boost to the confidence.
When you feel good yourself, then the other people are going to also feel good about you. So since I've had my transplants, I personally feel a lot better.
People naturally assume that the hair restoration procedure will be painful. Actually, it's just the opposite. The procedure is virtually painless, made possible with the help of advanced instrumentation rarely used by other physicians. At our office, patient comfort is a major priority.
Pain was a little bit of a fear. How painful is it going to be? But virtually painless. Pleasantly surprised, actually.
The procedure that Dr. Hirsch did with me was almost absolutely painless.
It turned out to be nearly painless.
I didn't have any pain.
In fact, personalized care is a core concern of the Advanced Hair Restoration Clinic. It is a key reason patients choose Dr. Hirsch for their hair transplant procedures rather than one of the national hair clinic chains.